G'day, Express 2002 Fish Magnet Man here. Here's a bit of a rundown on what's going on. Just apologise for that bit of audio disturbance. I'm going to tell you a few secrets about Sydney Harbour and where to be careful. These are all boating tips, people. As you can see, the map in the background here. There, the maps, Sydney Harbour. Just bring that down a bit. Righto. The old trusty stick. Righto, as you can see here, they're your leads to come into the harbour. So you get on that lead there and mark that up to that point there, and there's a lighthouse on that point, there's a lighthouse on that point, and it tells you how many seconds each one's flashing. That one could be flashing 3 times a minute, that one might be flashing 15 times a minute, so you line them two up and that'll give you a line into the harbour. You're coming into Sydney Harbour is pretty deadly. If you come into Sydney Harbour and you don't know your way around, I advise you to nip around here if it's night time into Manly Cove, anchor there for the night. It's a safe anchorage, just watch out for where the ferries are. Other than that, it's very safe. So that side or that side, plenty of spots there you can sit. Don't go swimming around there, but folks, tiger sharks and great whites do come in from the heads there and do wander around, have a feed and go back out. So not a place to swim, even though you do see a few idiots doing it. But there's the area that's good. You can go up in here, but it is a bit shallow. All these areas are pretty good. That's the north head side. There, the waves do break, so be careful. Swells actually come in here, right in here. So this is classed as open water, believe it or not. This section is classed as open water. You get some big waves. As you come in here, this is the way into the harbour. Come down into the harbour, which is out here. You come down in through here, and there's Sydney Harbour Bridge, of course. So yeah, we follow in here, and that's called the cut. And there's the famous Sound Pigs Reef. So you've got to come through this cut, and I hope you know your rules on the boats. Green to green when going upstream, green to red when seas are ahead. So green, which is your starboard side of your boat, to green. Going upstream means you keep the greens in line with the greens on the side of your boat. The greens are here. Well, you should be keeping the greens on the same side as the greens. And green to red when seas are ahead. So if you're going back out, you'll make it the opposite. Green to green when seas are ahead, green to red. Green to red when seas are ahead, green to green when going upstream. That's the same anyway. And I'll tell you another one for cardinal marks. 2 up, two arrows up. 2 arrows up is north, 2 arrows down is south. East is 1 arrow up, 1 arrow down. And west is a triangle down and a triangle up, so the 2 small points are touching each other. And the way I always remember is the people out west sit on the biggest ends of the triangles, so that's the way to keep that same in your head. As you come down through here and come down to the harbour, this is a very dangerous spot, very dangerous. A lot of people have come aground here. There's another cut on the other side. I don't advise using it unless you know the harbour well. You come through here. If you're unsure, sit around there in the morning, follow the ferries, they'll take you through. And once you come down into this part of the harbour, once you're into this part of the harbour, you're in my haunts. This is all my area where I fish. So you've got, where are we? We've got Taronga Zoo over here, and Bradley's Head. All this area here is really good fishing. You get some big tailor here. And you come around here to Taronga Zoo. I used to go around there as a kid, catch a lot of big bream. Leather jackets galore. If you're into catching leather jackets, you will get a feed there. Then Cremorne Point. Absolutely brilliant. I used to go down there and stay all night sometimes. Massive fish, massive tailor. Get good bream off there. School dew, things like that. Shell Cove, not too well. Then we come around Neutral Bay. You will get a few flathead, bream, things like that. Kirribilli Point. Then you get that's just around the corner. You can see the Harbour Bridge from there. You will get kingfish there. Out around Fort Denison, early in the morning, sunrise, you will get the kingies patrolling around the area, and like they come in 4s and 6s, big kingies. Like they'll either bite or they won't. If you can't get them to strike, don't bother sitting around because you're not going to catch them. They'll either bite or they won't. They're a funny fish. And in here is Garden Island. This is all naval, so you can't go in there. You're not allowed in here at all. So stay well clear of that area. Over here you are allowed. That's Rushcutters Bay, but it's too shallow. So I advise staying down there unless you know the area. And then you come up here, Benlong Point. That's the Opera House. Just off the Opera House, pretty good. You can come in here at night and drift about. There's some really big bream. Then you come up here, we've got a lot of tidal influences here underneath the bridge. You are not allowed to anchor, and I don't advise drifting here either. It's not a place to drift. The harbour master's actually sitting up here in a little box so he can see everything that's going on, and the coppers will pounce on you if you do decide to drop an anchor anywhere here, which is pretty silly because you've got all the container ships and that coming into these areas here. So it's not a good spot to sit, mate. Simple as that. And then you come down here, Goat Island. Same sort of situation really around this island. Be very careful. Make sure you check your maps. There is some shallow water, but excellent fishing. And then you come down in here. That's Darling Harbour. Up in here, you will get bream and stuff, but like I wouldn't eat them. That's it. There's too much rubbish and pollution coming in from the city into the stormwater drains. Don't go eating anything here. Then you come around the other side. That's Glebe. And there's your fish markets. Brilliant fishing in here, mate. The bream are monsters. You're not allowed to fish on the walls. You can fish on your own boat, of course. I recommend catch and release, same thing. There's heavy outfalls of pollution coming into the water. But if we've had good clean weather for a few weeks, no reason why you can't eat a couple of fish. Then come out of there, White Bay, same thing, few bream around. I don't usually fish there very often, there's too many small snapper. And then we come back out, up here, Mort Bay, brilliant fishing. Plenty of bull sharks too. See a few kids swimming off the walls. Very silly kids. Around here they're called the Dolphins. This is where customs put all the boats they catch bringing drugs and whatnot in. They put them all here. So yeah, any boat here has been confiscated. So yeah, you can fish near it, but by all accounts, don't go anywhere near the boats. You know, stay away. Just so they know, obviously, from a distance, and they can see you. That, like, even from here, the guy can see you. He's got amazing vision from his little helicopter tower. And yeah, just stay away from the boats there. But like brilliant fishing up around here along those point, really good. Then we go on to the other side. Ball's Head, all well-known spots. These areas here are good in the winter time, so like we'll give that a miss. It's coming summer. Ball's Head, bream and stuff. We nip around here. These are my favourite places. We've got Cockatoo Island and stuff. Cockatoo Island, all really good fishing around here. I'm actually pretty sure I seen a great white here parading on a harbour seal one night. So yeah, there's all orange lights along the edge of the wharf, and I'm sure, just like in South Africa, the white shark was using the lights to hunt, and like we seen the wave, whatever came up and took the seal was massive. By the time we got my yacht over there, pulled the anchor up and had a look, it was long gone. But the wave that came off was like 4 foot high and actually come across the water there, so it gave us a fright. We're in a 20-foot boat. And it still rocked the boat pretty violently. Anyway, come around this side, and you come down here, this is Iron Cove. That's Birkenhead there, famous Birkenhead. That's a good place to fish. Kingfish and stuff here. I actually go down past the bridge sometimes and drift right down into here where they say there's no fish. We've caught schooldew here. Plenty of schooldew, plenty of bream. So there's plenty of bits and pieces there. And a good place if you want to settle on for bull shark. So yeah, we'll come back out of here. On the other side, Lane Cove River. Lane Cove River is pretty well known for bass action. You get up the river, go right up into the upper reaches, it does turn fresh. There's a weir. Just before the weir is dynamite bass fishing. But stick to the rules, folks, because like there's a fish ladder there, and at certain times of the year they climb up to go into the fresh, like you guys know, sports fishing. And when they're going up into the fresh water, they're at risk, mate, because we get a few Asians that try and catch them down there just before the weir, and they're piled up. They're very aggressive, so they'll attack lures. They're not hungry, so don't try using baits. Only lures. They're there to breed. And yeah, they overdo it with the bass fishing there, and it's dynamite. So yeah, remember that spot. But sports fishing only, folks. Please catch and release, so bit of respect there. And there's a few other spots here. I'll show you them on another one. So yeah, that's my first tips on boating around Sydney Harbour. Fish Magnet 2002 Exelpest and James Wilson saying